Good afternoon, Manchester High School. It is Friday, and welcome to the December 1st edition of The Pulse. I'm Kyle Smith.
And I'm Delaney Faulkner. Thank you so much for joining us. This week on The Pulse, we highlight a freshman swimmer with the potential to be one of the best MHS has ever seen.
And later, Raniel Fuentes and Lauren Diana give us a taste of the diverse cuisine in downtown Manchester.
Finally, we explain the unique reason why a group of seniors ran the Manchester Road Race.
All this and much more coming up on this week's edition of The Pulse. On Friday, November 17th, the senior class beat the junior class in the annual Turkey Bowl football game by a score of 12-6. And while a senior victory is known to be a typical outcome in this event, for the class of 2018, winning is anything but ordinary. Chris Pagano has the story.
Students at MHS not only compete against other schools, but they also face off with one another in certain events. This includes the annual homecoming parade.
My class of 2019. They're looking really groovy. I don't know, Alexa. The seniors are kind of killing
and
it.
The turkey. Despite their best efforts, this year's senior class has always seemed to find themselves at the bottom of the podium.
Usual outcome, just L's.
We usually lose.
In the past, we've pretty much lost every time.
In fact, the class of 2018 is so good at losing, they recently became the first class in MHS history to get last place in all 4 homecoming parades. And they couldn't have responded any better.
The class of 2018! Yeah!
Their chance for validation? The annual Turkey Bowl football game, pitting senior and junior girls against each other in a flag football game. But as this year's seniors look back on last year's game,
it was a mess.
The scoreboard wasn't great.
Last year's Turkey Bowl was, all right, let's get out here, let's have a good time, and then boom, we just got smacked.
But as the clock ticks away, that means your class of 2017, for the second year in a row, are Turkey Bowl champions.
they didn't have much hope.
I wasn't very confident in our capabilities to win.
People were getting heavy into it, and they were running so fast.
No, I did not expect to win Turkey Bowl at all.
Surprisingly enough, this year's annual Powder Puff game had somewhat of an unexpected outcome. Final score, juniors 6, seniors 12. After 4 years of continuous defeat, the class of 2018 was finally victorious.
The feeling to finally win something as a class after 4 years of being here was a really great experience.
Being a cheerleader out there in the cold wasn't really worth it, but after winning, it was really worth it.
Turkey Bowl was rough, but we killed it.
From Manchester, this has been Chris Pagano reporting.
I had so much fun participating in Turkey Bowl, and it was even more fun that we came out on top.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a part of homecoming for the past 4 years, and it's really great to actually get a win for once.
This is true. The Barry Mitchell Athletic Complex also held the final home game for the seniors on the varsity football team as they faced the rival East Hartford in a thrilling game. Dalton Hewler has the story on senior night.
Although the seniors play their heart out every game, there is nothing like playing under the lights during their last home game.
Playing every Friday night with my boys on the field, doing my thing.
This year's senior night also happened to be the annual rivalry game between Manchester and East Hartford on the night before Thanksgiving. Manchester fought hard, and senior Jevin Ferret scored 3 touchdowns for the Indians. They came up 1 point shy of the win, but the team created memories that will last a lifetime.
What I miss the most is playing with my boys, the bus rides to away games and all that, and just balling out on the field.
Kind of don't feel real. It's crazy because we was always playing here ever since we was young.
This beloved sport has not only affected the players on the field, but also has kept them on top of their grades in the classroom.
It's impacted by making sure my grades are high, having progress notes every week and all that, make sure we're on top of our grades.
Right here is where MHS seniors have played their last 4 years of football. Tonight marks their last game they'll play on MHS turf. Good luck to all the seniors in their last game. From The Pulse, this has been Dalton Hewler reporting.
Congrats to all the seniors on the football team. They have played some great games over the last 4 years.
MHS will certainly be without some great players on the turf next year, but in the pool, one freshman athlete is already making waves, ensuring success for many years to come. Colin Zorger introduces us to a standout swimmer, Erika DiPietro.
There is a new superstar making waves here at MHS. This is freshman swimmer Erika DiPietro. In her first year of high school racings, she has already had an impact on coaches and fellow teammates.
High school is forming relationships with the girls and having fun is like the big thing, and I really saw that come out of her.
Erika contributes on 2 relays that went all the way to LL finals, but her 2 main events are the 50 and 100-yard freestyles. She made it to state opens in both events, finishing 20th overall in the 50 free and 22nd overall in the 100 free. At CCCs this year, she came in first place in both events, earning her the title of Swimmer of the Meet.
We knew she was going to place really well in that, and she definitely wanted to place really well, but I didn't expect her to win both of those events.
For Erika, swimming has always been an important part of her life.
I've been swimming since I was 7 competitively, and when I was 12 I joined the USA team and I started getting really good.
Even as a freshman, Erika made a lasting impression on our swimming program and her fellow teammates. Even though her work in our pool is done, Erika will continue to train and improve for next season. From Manchester, this has been Colin Zorger reporting. Congratulations to Erika for her amazing accomplishments this season.
The Pulse would also like to say congratulations to the incredible actors in last week's play. Every year, our drama club puts on a fall production, and this year they presented us with an unforgettable show. Matt Barnwell takes us behind the scenes of the emotional story of And a Child Shall Lead.
On November 16th through 18th, the MHS Drama Club put the entire Manchester community in tears. With a touching rendition of the play And a Child Shall Lead, this group of theater students was able to demonstrate the hardships of living through the Holocaust.
Holding on to a aspect of art and beauty and humanity is something staying alive, is something.
The play highlights the experiences of various children living in a concentration camp. Drew Higgins, playing the lead role in the play, felt the emotional impact of this tragic story.
You get to see what happened on a personal and daily level for these kids. And that's not something that you ever hear in the history class. You just hear what happened to everyone.
Inspired by recent controversial events surrounding white supremacy in this country, director Ed Tyler chose this play to educate the people of Manchester on the roots of this issue.
We, as a community of Manchester, were not going to stand for that kind of behavior, and we weren't going to tolerate it, and we were going to speak in a very loud voice of condemnation of any kind of Nazi sloganism or symbols. And that's when it clicked that we were going to do this play.
Although this play addresses a hard subject for many, the passion exuded by the cast strengthened the impact of this play's important message. This year's fall show has not only provided an entertaining experience for those involved, but has also sent the Manchester community a powerful message. From Manchester, this has been Matt Barnwell reporting.
The fall show has been a great inspiration for many people. The next Sock and Buskin production is the Charlie Brown musical at the end of March, and after watching their last performance, I'm sure it will be amazing.
Yeah, I can guarantee it will be. Manchester is full of unique people, and this diversity is clearly shown in the many unique places to eat around town. Main Street alone offers exquisite international cuisine. Lauren Diana and Rainiel Fuentes share some of our town's hidden treasures while giving us a taste of Manchester.
What's up, MHS? I'm Rainiel Fuentes, if you didn't already know.
My name's Lauren Diana, and this past week we took a look at some of the hidden treasures in Manchester.
We tried out a bunch of good food from different cultures, so let's take a look. So Lauren and I are at Hana Sushi. It's right down the street from MHS, and we're trying authentic Japanese food. We have sashimi and baby octopus, and we're about to dig in. You ready?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
It's different. Overall, I think Japanese food definitely has its own culture and its own kind of style. I haven't ever seen anything like this. Like other Asian restaurants, nothing compared to Japanese food. We're here at Woodbridge Pizza enjoying some Italian cuisine. I can see you've already gotten started without me.
It's really good.
Is it? Hang on.
It's really good, right?
Wow.
Italian food is so good, but at times it's misrepresented.
I think when you find that really authentic restaurant like Woodbridge Pizza, it really represents it well and shows off Italian food for how it really is. Here on Main Street, we have our own taste of Mexico. We're here at Los Serapes. We're going to be trying some fajitas, which include guacamole, salad, rice, and refried beans. And then some chicken too. And you put that all in a tortilla?
Yeah, it all looks super duper good. I'm really excited to try. The diversity in Manchester is really something we should cherish.
Yeah, the food was amazing, but the people were even nicer.
Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. It's been Raniel Fontes.
And Lauren Diana reporting.
With so many places to get incredible food, walking down Main Street is truly like taking a trip around the world.
And on Thanksgiving Day, people from around the world made the trip to Manchester in order to run the annual road race. But the Saturday before that, children from all over the state gathered at Bennett Academy for their own competition. Jake Brewery has the story.
On Saturday, November 18th, the town held the 7th annual Little Manchester Road Race. This event gave an opportunity for the youth of Manchester to participate in the Thanksgiving festivities that the town has to offer. The race was held at Charter Oak Park, right in the heart of Manchester. The event began bright and early with a parachute jump around 9:45, where kids were astounded by the man coming from the sky. At 10 a.m., the race went off. The race was open to all kids 12 years of age and younger. They were given bibs to make them feel like they are almost running the actual Manchester Road Race itself. The 4 races that were featured were the 100-meter, half-mile, mile, and 2-mile.
You get the greatest distance runners in the world, and then you get families and little kids and grandparents that participate in the same activity. So the road race has just grown and expanded, and something like this, giving the kids an opportunity to start their journey and join the running community in Manchester, I think it's very positive.
At the end of the race, the participants were rewarded with a medal, and they had a celebratory post-race treat.
And then I help give out fruits and stuff to the children.
For admission into the event, spectators asked for a donation of 2 non-perishable food items. Proceeds will be donated to the local charity MEC. After the race, we took the time to ask the kids how the race went.
It was really fun. I decided to do 2 lots of rounds.
How was the race? Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Did you guys have fun?
Yes!
As you can see, the Little Manchester Road Race brings this entire community together into one place where they can celebrate with good old-fashioned competition. Congratulations to all the runners and participants for making this race special. From The Pulse, this has been Jake Barabee reporting.
The Little Manchester Road Race really is a great opportunity for children in our community to enjoy Manchester's greatest tradition.
Yeah, I agree. Saturday held the Little Manchester Road Race, but the following Thursday was the main event. While most of the 15,000 participants in the Manchester Road Race were running for a time, a particular group of MHS students had a different goal in mind. David Mazzata has the story.
Let's get going for the 81st run of the Manchester Road Race.
Every year, 15,000 runners from all over the world flock the city of Village Charm to compete in the Manchester Road Race. Elite athletes, Olympians, and even world record holders test their limits on the 4.7-mile course. But there is more to the annual turkey trot than fast running. Every year, professional athletes are joined by everyday citizens in unique costumes to show their Thanksgiving pride.
It's like a party. It's more of an event than a run.
Great people, fun atmosphere.
I think it's an awesome way to get into the holiday spirit.
It's just the most friendliest race in the country.
And for some, running the road race in costume has always been a part of the Thanksgiving festivities.
I've been running at the Manchester Road Race for about 25 years. I am the first guy who put the feathers in the hat. I have a turkey call, and I've been doing this for 48 years.
While Safety Man and Turkey Guy have become road race icons, our very own English department head has recently started a new Turkey Day tradition.
We love Miss Cicchini!
In 2011, Miss Cicchini had an interesting proposal for her students.
A lot of kids in this one class I taught were running in the road race. And I just jokingly said if they ran with a sign that said Mrs. Cicchini is number 1, that would be extra credit.
And one student in particular took advantage of this opportunity.
Someone said, I think I see your name out there in the crowd. And we looked, and there was the sign bobbing down the road, said Mrs. Cicchini is number 1.
Every year after that, she has given her students the same offer: extra credit in exchange for sporting Cicchini apparel in the Manchester Road Race.
Her class is probably my favorite class, and I like the chance to get extra credit.
This year, 15 students participated in this growing tradition by making matching t-shirts with Miss Cicchini's name on them. The students love the extra credit.
I decided to run for Miss Cicchini because she's the GOAT and she's giving us extra credit.
While Miss Cicchini loves the fact that it brings her students closer together.
I think it just creates this nice community. I bring people together in support of me.
As you can see, the Manchester Road Race is full of incredible and unique traditions, just like this one. And this truly captures what it means to live in this amazing town. Right here on Main Street, alongside my fellow students of Miss Cicchini, this has been David Mazzato reporting.
I always have so much fun running the road race, but this year was more fun just because I got extra credit.
Yeah, I hit about 28 minutes. What did you hit?
Definitely not that.
Well, that's all we have for you this week, Manchester. If you have any suggestions for stories we might have missed, email Mr. Larson at b11elars@mpspride.org or visit us in the communications suite.
And if you're interested in learning more about the Pulse or want to see more of our other projects, visit mhstelevision.com.
And don't forget to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook at MHSRedProd. I'm Kyle Smith.
And I'm Delaney Faulkner, and this has been
The Pulse.